And at one time was actually rumored to be a potential 5th player for Cloud9, if you remember going back that far. Unfortunately for him, it didn't really pan out that way. Now, Kaboose with the flash prep. Nice curveball around the corner, but Miller there with the backup. And now suddenly it puts all the pressure on the Sova, who's currently backside sight. Nice paranoia coming out, as well as a deep dark cover coming in from Omen. Now the blast pack gets detonated just a bit early. There is a Sage in play, which is a little bit odd. Not something you see all the time. Lynn gets dropped by crashies, as does Yana. mummAy is there with the pickup on mizoo, so that's the Sage down. Remaining. It will fall down to one player. It's Toy, the man we praised coming into it. But it's mummAy as the Jet, a 3K on the round. Big pistol round pickup for Envy.
That looked doable, though, for a second there for 2D. Yeah. That was really very favored for 2D in terms of their weaponry. And Kaboose, oh, he really wanted this, didn't he? Okay, down to 2 HP early on here. But crashies busting out the Hunter's Fury is going to find a kill of his own. And there is a lot of pressure right now at his bomb site. I don't know if they know Lynn's here. This could be an opening. All right, Lynn's able to get one, but he tries to take out the grenade, and that's going to actually spell his doom. And now Kaboose, he's faced with the 2v1 on the site. Yana's got multiple angles to worry about. Kaboose, he has a teammate, so this should be a pretty clean affair for Envy if they're able to break this one down, and they do. Just leaves Miller.
Big. A lot of money being gifted over here, as 4 players are still alive, and weaponry was brought in from Team 2D. So they spent some cash, and now that money is going to be a bit of a gift. Here's some Vandals and Phantoms for you. You can see Kaboose currently jump peeking on site behind the default box. Miller currently moving up cat. mummAy's right around the corner, doesn't hard clear it, so that's another kill.
Slightly more retake style as they are, well, now pushing in from A-Link, and now 2D is actually getting more and more choked out by the second here. The longer they take, the more hesitation, the closer Envy get. That is not going to make things easy. FNS with a 3K spray down right there. Not bad from the in-game leader. Feels like he has. They can keep getting these big flanks. I think Kaboose's flanks will pay off as the game moves on. Just needs to be a little bit more careful, but oh, mummAy. Good opener there. How will 2D recover? This is a real 5v4 for them now. The man deficit cannot be relieved by a Sage ultimate. And it looks like it's going to be a fast play towards C. Oh, that is a great paranoia by Food. Set up for a lot of frags. Only gets the one. Looking for more, though. crashies is here in tow, and they're just cleaning things up at this point. Flank again. FNS is behind this final member of 2D, and that is a flawless round on the side of Envy. They were... Because that does feel like that first point of contact that Envy just thrive once they find. Oh, FNS really trying to play the cyber cages here. And oh, he's able to get a kill there. mummAy is able to connect as well. That's a really nice little setup there by Envy. And oh, mummAy actually throws out the knives, but doesn't quite find the kill. But oh, he's just getting in their faces now. The ultimates are out for Envy, and they are here to play. I thought he was going to get that last one as well, but it's Food from downtown. Really strong for them. It felt like anytime he found an opener, Envy would just straight up win the round. Especially if he's able to fall away. Okay, all right, let's see. Pistol round, a much-needed pistol round by 2D. We'll start off with a 2K with Toy on the Frenzy. And Yana, he's got a lot of work to do. He's in such a tough situation, but he's able to find Kaboose and Food right there. Yana coming up big with them. Will he find the last? He will not, but mizoo is able to clean up. What a hold from Yana there.
On long again. Now, this is something we saw from a lot of teams going back to the early stages of the game.
Yeah.
That ghost buy in the second round doesn't really work anymore, and you can see why. They're now matched up against a lot of Spectres. So there's SMGs, there's even the Frenzy in the mix. That puts all the pressure on mizoo, who's on site with the Spectre, to try and step things up, but the Stingers and pistols overwhelm them, and they do get a spike down. So this is currently not so good for Team 2D.
Yeah, we'll see what 2D is able to do on the retake. But I've got some words after it. We'll see. All right. Looks like they will be stopped in their tracks, though. And right now, for me...
Because some of the people who watch it today probably didn't even know that that was a thing. Anyway, moving into this next round. Yeah, moving into this next round. We've got 2D trying to claw their way back into this game. But the ult's been popped by mummAy, which is going to make it a little bit harder. Now mummAy quickly gets around the corner as the dart is delivered. But mummAy's got the knives out. And you know how deadly mummAy can be. We've watched it in that first half. Here comes the potential spike cancel from Yana, who's trying to spot out the planter. Delay pulse on the third after finding the first one onto the planter FNS. Now Kaboose has dropped Toy. That's his counterpart Phoenix. mummAy peeks through and has two targets staring at him, but at least gets the pickup on the first one. Through the boxes, the bullets fly, but Miller's not actually able to penetrate that box the way that he intended. Again, a back and forth battle, but the flashes prove to be a little bit too much for 2D. Envy's got their stunner shades on. It's 11-6 right now.
They're a hectic situation that, all in all, looked pretty good, actually, but just a little bit of hesitation on their side. And I mean, that's the difficulty of a 5-on-5 retake. Everything just has to go right so quickly. Oh, will the spike actually get down?
Yeah.
It will. mummAy sacrifices his life for that one. And we've got another many men situation in terms of the retake. And food, though. Okay, he's been trying to lurk before. This time around, it works. Tap comes out. And it looks like Envy are here to clean up. The showstopper comes out from Lin. He's not able to find anything with it. And Envy, they're able to play this post plant. Okay. Here we go. Crashies. Busts out the Owl Drone. And this is an aggressive play early on, actually, on the side of Team 2D. They clear out some of this A main position, and Yana actually comes up with the first kill. Miller is going to actually chime in with two of his own. This is looking really good from Team 2D. I love the movements that they had already in this round, and it's working out flawlessly. Okay, that is the start that...
Sheriffs. Again, FNS loves that frenzy, but an incredible shot from Yana with the Guardian. Again, a gun we kind of questioned in the previous round, and now you can understand why Yana has gone for that purchase.
Oh, wait a second. Envy, they lose their spike towards middle right now, and they have control over the A site right now. This is just an odd situation that you don't see every day. Spike down middle, and now Envy, despite having full control of a site, have to pretty much retake mid at this point. 2D are just in every nook and cranny now that you could hope for, and all in all, the positioning probably means another pretty clean win from 2D here. And at this point, you're just looking for damage if you're Envy. So we'll see if Miller gives up his life here. Good paranoia, actually, to help him scale. But still, looking like a pretty good cleanup all in all. 2D, flawless round. Perfect. Really slightly defender-sided, I would say, but when you're the favored team, you don't expect to be down in a deficit like this. But it looks like it will be an A play all in for Envy, but they're getting stopped in their tracks right now. The utility is here, but mummAy, he flies over it all. He's able to take down Miller, and that might be the in that Envy need. FNS, he knows there's a player to the right, but they just keep challenging over and over, and there's every player from 2D here at this point. The rotations are in, and crashies, he has to try to fight himself out of a tough situation. He's doing a great job, but he can't find everything. It just leaves food in the 1v3. And this would be just such a crazy battle. I don't think they know exactly where he is just yet, but they will now. mizoo with the wide swing takes him down.
Getting that advanced fire rate, they're going to be running into B. There's dark cover and a cyber cage down, so plenty of cover towards spawn, but mizoo at the wall tries to slow them down from gaining control of sidewalk. Slow orb as well, so the barrier orb and slow orb already popped. mizoo's in a terrible spot, has to keep their head on the swivel. Does manage to get a pickup there onto mummAy before being quickly traded out. But still, advantage for Envy. Now, there's only 2 players on the site. They don't have guaranteed site control, as there's already players trying to get into position. I love what Lin just does right there, getting just around the corner in time to dodge that pulse. But ultimately, in the end, it falls onto one man's shoulders. It's Miller as Brimstone. Damage dealt initially while sneaking in. They do have Into the Shadows for food, who's right around the corner, but as soon as they go through this smoke, one's waiting for them on the other side. No, they didn't have an angle for it. So Miller's actually able to isolate the 1v1s, had a chance, but couldn't get the aim under control in time. Kaboose.
So we'll see if those come into play here. The Brimstone and Sage, of course, ready with theirs. And there it is, actually. The ultimate comes out immediately, but it doesn't seem to be any effect at all, actually. This is This did not pan out the way 2D may have wanted, and because they lost the Sage, they lost that other ultimate. And Kaboose, he's going to take that all day. He knows that there's a player there that is free for him. So 5v3 situation. Good early round aggression from Envy. Very strong in the default. That's what I really love about this team. Always feels like they're so thorough in it.
One enemy remaining.
But Toy, he's trying to recover it. Just goes 1 for 1 though. And again, it's just down to Miller. It looks like a dire situation, and Envy, yeah, as soon as they got ahead of steam, they just can't be stopped right now. 2D, they're doing their best to contain the efforts of the opposing team, but
Launching smoke.
even a Brimstone ult couldn't slow them down in this round.
Unfortunate.
They just wanted to all in on some bomb sites, and I mean, it's always difficult. You're met with the utility. All right, though. This is a round that 2D really need to try to get, but mummAy's already coming out with 2, and FNS on the site gets 2 of his own. It's just Miller. He's been doing great work with the pistol thus far, but it's got to be better than anything he's come up with any round, and it just can't happen. Off-string already, the spike, that is, towards a retake towards B main. But mummAy's position is so advanced right now. I just can't think they would expect that angle. They don't.
Yeah.
That's just crazy, honestly. FNS, though, always getting charged down, but he is able to recover in time. mizoo, the firepower wasn't there with that pistol he was wielding.
We praise their pistol prowess, but it's not really working out so well for them here. It's Toy with the Vandal, of all things, making some magic happen. 6-9 is the score. Keck W's in the chat as Team 2D find themselves in a 1-on-3. And it's Toy in that position. Now, Toy's already found 2. He's going for the ace to try and clutch out the round, but he's going to get shot in the back. Yeah, from Food. Coming around the backside of A main.
Basically use everything. It's going to be tough for them. And it gets tougher every time mummAy hits a shot like that.
Lin moving up mid. There's a target right around the corner. FNS already practicing the crouch, just making sure in case he wants to go in at the end of this round. Right around the corner is a looming threat of Lin. Along his side is Miller. Lin will go in first, and there's the executionary piece coming out from NB. Another